how's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp. And welcome to the 198th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Yes, gentlemen, that is the Philadelphia Eagles fight song. My Philadelphia Eagles defeated the New England Patriots last night in Super Bowl 52 to win their very first Super Bowl in franchise history. An awesome Super Bowl. The game went back and forth. The game was always in doubt. And I was just telling my Instagram audience that there was never a time during that game where I felt like, okay, we have the game won. Guys, that's Tom Brady over there, right? Like, Tom Brady does this stuff all the time. Listen, the guy was down by 25 points at halftime last year, came back and won the football game. We never had more than, I think, a 10 or an 11-point lead. So when Brandon Graham got the strip sack, right? The strip sack and the fumble, and we got the ball back. Oh, everyone's up. You saw Jeffrey Lurie up in the press box, told everybody, calm the fuck down. That's Tom Brady over there, man. Dude's got 5 rings. He's been to 8 Super Bowls. He's won 5 of them so far. Or he'd been to 7. He'd won 5 of them so far. He knew that game was far from over. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the game, then we'll get into the good stuff. So the Eagles won the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl in franchise history. We won the NFL championship back in 1960, 2 years before they played Super Bowl I. And of course, when Andy Reid, the Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb combination, we got the 5 NFC championship games. We had 4 in a row. We lost Super Bowl 39 to the New England Patriots. Shout out to Eric P. with the $10 super chat, says, sharing a portion of my Vegas winnings to Dr. Sharp. Were you surprised at the lack of defense from both teams? The over of the game was 48.5, was met by mid-third quarter. I was surprised. And listen, the Eagles we have one of the top 3 defenses in the league. Now, I will say this, the Patriots could not run on the Eagles. I think James White busted a couple. I think he ran for a touchdown. Other than that, there's no way that they were going to run the ball consistently on the Eagles. The Patriots defense, on the other hand, that did not surprise me. If you guys remember, the very first game of the season, the Patriots got dump trucked by the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I think the first 3 or 4 games, the Patriots really struggled on defense. Like, their defense was like a sieve. Then all of a sudden, Bill Belichick, being the greatest head coach of all time, and by the way, the Super Bowl trophy at some point will be renamed the Bill Belichick Trophy, supplanting one Vince Lombardi. But they got it figured out, and the Patriots were able to use smoke and mirrors to become one of the better defenses in the league. Then, for reasons only, and we'll get to this in a second, he decides to bench Malcolm Butler, which I'll get to in a second. Even whether Malcolm Butler was out there or not, it was not the Patriots' defensive night. It just wasn't. Nick Foles was an absolute stud. Nick Foles played his absolute ass off throughout the playoffs. Guys, I'll be the first to tell you, I was one of the first guys that said, you know what? We're done. When Carson Wentz was diagnosed with that torn ACL, I said, okay, we'll get the number 1 overall seed, but we'll probably lose to the Falcons because the Falcons still have that bad taste in their mouth from last year's Super Bowl loss. We managed to squeak by them, right? If Julio Jones comes down with that pass over Jalen Mills, we're having a different conversation today. Okay. Then comes the NFC title game. We absolutely boat raced the Minnesota Vikings. All right, cool. Still beating all odds. It's still Nick Foles. He's still playing out of his mind. Now comes the Super Bowl, and we think to ourselves, does Nick Foles have what it takes to perform on a big stage? The answer was yes. Dude, Foles was dropping dimes. Like, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable, the accuracy and the precision with which he threw the football. He made not one bad decision. And the one interception he threw was almost a miracle play by Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey had the ball in one hand. It slipped. He tried to bat the ball back in the air. The Patriots ended up intercepting the ball. That was his only mistake of the game. One interception, played out of his mind. Nelson Aguilar played a great game. I think he led the team in catches, maybe yards. I don't know for sure. LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi did exactly what they were supposed to do. LeGarrette Blount being the sledgehammer. We've got Jay Ajayi for another year. Corey Clement, gentlemen, that is your X factor. That dude can play. Listen, I've watched every snap of the Eagles this season, actually for the last 5 seasons. Corey Clement is fucking for real. He is a younger, faster Darren Sproles. And he can run motherfuckers over too, man. The receiving core. Listen. This team is built for the long haul. We've got all the weapons. Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, Nelson Aguilar, who's, by the way, is still on his rookie contract. Matt Collins, Zach Ertz, who's a young, oh God, his name escapes me. Brent Selleck, we've already forgotten who he is. The defense is young and hellified. Tim Jernigan, Brandon Graham, Michael Kendricks. When Jordan Hicks comes back, right? Dude, Jalen Mills, Patrick Robinson, Fletcher Cox. The defense is loaded. Best of all, our quarterback situation is unbelievable. We have an embarrassment of riches at the quarterback position. The Super Bowl MVP isn't even the best quarterback on the roster. Even better, both quarterbacks combined, I think they're going to count as $15 million against the salary cap next season. The Philadelphia Eagles, and again, I'm biased, so maybe I'm just all excited, but this team reminds me, it eerily reminds me of that 2012-2013 Seattle Seahawks team, right? Everybody was still cheap. Richard Sherman hadn't signed his big deal. Cam Chancellor was up and coming. Earl Thomas had established himself as one of the best safeties in the league in football. Nobody gotten paid yet. Russell Wilson was still a 3rd, 4th round pick. Nobody knew who he was. But then they ended up boat racing the Broncos in Super Bowl 48, and they went on this run. So now they've got a good, young, inexpensive defense for now, and only $15 million against the cap between Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. Now, of course, there are stories. Oh, should you trade Nick Foles? This and that and the other. Listen, we gotta hang on to Foles because Wentz is coming back from the ACL injury. There are talks that he might not be back for the beginning of the season. And if he's not back for the beginning of the season, I'm not going to be worried because our backup quarterback just won the Super Bowl MVP. So the Eagles are in an excellent position right now. We have a young, inexpensive defense. Most of our key players on Alshon Jeffrey is locked up. We locked him up already. All of our key players, Jason Peters is coming back next season. I hope he does. Vaitai, if not, we're good to go with him. All of our skill position players are under contract and still on their rookie deals. We're going to be good for a while, guys. And listen, this is objective. This is an objective opinion. The Eagles are going to be good for a long time. Carson Wentz is going to be the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles for the next decade plus. We need to hang on to Nick Foles because if the worst were to happen, guess what? We wouldn't miss a beat. What happened with Malcolm Butler? What the fuck was that? Again, you've got a starter who's played just about every defensive snap. And I remember I'm watching him during the national anthem and he's crying and I'm like, wow, I guess he's overcome with emotion. And about halfway through the first quarter, Al Michael says, well, why is Malcolm Butler not on the field? Well, of course, nobody wants to explain everything. Bill Belichick says that this wasn't a disciplinary thing. It was a football decision. Look, guys. Listen, of course it was for disciplinary reasons. Listen, Malcolm Butler is your second to Devin McCourty. He is your second best defensive back. There's something that Bill Belichick is not telling us. And truthfully, I don't give a shit. I do not give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and debate over that. Oh, what? Who gives a shit? Why? Doesn't matter. Maybe he could have changed the game. Maybe he didn't. Eagles still won the Super Bowl. The Patriots dynasty, guys, is over. It's done, man. It is over. You've got the Malcolm Butler situation. He's a free agent, by the way. And by the way, apparently Howie Roseman may or may not have already reached out to Butler's agent, right? Hey, come on over to the winning squad. We got a younger, better quarterback, right? We got a head coach that is offensive centric. The Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Obviously, there was some sort of disagreement. Apparently, Bill Belichick didn't want to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Robert Kraft forced his hand because he can do that. Shout out to Rob Cruz with the $5 super chat. Says Donovan, I was squinting and pretending your Eagles were my Jets, supporting like always. By the way, what's up with the game package with Samuels? Is it up already? 99. Email me, donovansharprok@gmail.com. Rob Cruz, I will give you all the details on that. So the dynasty is over. Bill Belichick, listen, nothing lasts forever. There will never, ever, ever be a run like Belichick and Brady have been on. These guys have been to 8 Super Bowls. They've won 5 of them. This will never be duplicated. But guys, the Patriots' run is over, man. They just lost Josh McDaniels to the Indianapolis Colts. Matt Patricia got hired on as the Detroit Lions head. Guys, you can't, listen, all we need is Belichick and Brady. No, you actually need more than that. You need more than that. You need quarterback coaches. Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady trust each other. And let's call this what this is, guys. You can't win. You cannot continue to defy the odds and win multiple Super Bowls with tiny white guys and one polar bear forever. You can't do it. You can't do it, man. Like Bill, this speaks to the greatness of Bill Belichick. You've got Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, and Chris Hogan, right? Who all played for, probably played water polo in college. I know Julian Edelman was a quarterback in college, but dude, you got tiny white guys. You're not going to win more Super Bowls with a bunch of tiny white guys, an injury-prone tight end who probably doesn't know if it's April or Tuesday, who's on the injury the list every other week, and a 41-year-old quarterback. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So, great Super Bowl last night. I'm glad that my Eagles pulled it out. I do apologize for the sports talk for those of you who do not like for me to talk about sports. But again, this is a glorious day in the city of brotherly love. My Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions for the first time ever. Great game last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Got a good night's sleep. We are brought to you in part by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet, for a caffeine-free energy burst with productivity and mood enhancement. Go to happyhippoherbals.com today and get your hands on the best kratom around. It is Monday, February 5th, 2018. We are simulcasting on 2 YouTube channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Instagram is where I have my pre-show Q&A, so be sure to jump in on that. Usually lasts about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how things go. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. We've talked about HGH, testosterone replacement therapy. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Anything you want to ask me, I charge $60 an hour for a consultation. If you want free consultation, jump in on the Instagram live pre-show Q&A. You can get a little bit of game for free. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the link. You can support the show via Super Chat, or you can do that through my donation link. Nope, that's not doing it either. This is weird. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not good at this, guys. Please forgive me. Here we go. You can do so through my donation link, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. That is streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp, where 100% of your contribution goes directly to the show. I never mind that you guys super chat. If you want to super chat, I have no problem with that. But if you want more of your cash to come to the towers, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp is the best way to do that. Later on in the show, I'm going to talk about why Hotness doesn't always equal attractiveness. A lot of girls running around out here who say and do things and wear certain clothing, dye their hair a certain color, right? Tan their skin, etc., who people say are hot, right? We all know these girls. Everybody wants to fuck them because they're hot. And I'm using air quotes. But if you look a little more closely, most of these girls who do this kind of stuff are average looking at best. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. But I'm going to start with this. Let me give you guys a scenario here. So you're getting ready for work. You're going through your normal morning routine when your woman drops this on you. Hey, Donovan, I'm working late tonight. Kevin from sales and I are working on that project, so we're meeting up for dinner just to finalize things before we fly to Chicago and present it to a new client. Now, every man's alarm bells are going off at this point, red pill awareness or not, right? Guys, you are not okay with her going to dinner with another man, even if it's for work, and you're damn sure not okay with her going to another city with this dude, even if it is for quote unquote work. Like, again, these are your basic instincts as a man. Like, let's not get it twisted. None of us are okay with this. But here's the thing, guys. The writing has been on the wall for weeks. Your woman's been showing signs that she is either thinking about fucking her boss or coworker or already is. And if you're not paying attention, she could be doing this right under your nose, and guys, you'd be none the wiser. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys 5 obvious signs that your woman is fucking her coworkers or her boss and doing it right under your nose. Number 1, she changes her makeup. Now, women wear makeup to work anyway, right? They want to look their best. Doesn't even matter if they work with all women. They don't want to be out in the world looking like shit. So they wear makeup, and this is what we recommend they do. It's the same old. Most women wear the same kind of makeup, whatever the case may be. But when there is a man that she wants to fuck her at work, that's when she changes it. Maybe she wears a darker lipstick. Maybe she wears a brighter lipstick. Maybe she wears a little more eyeshadow. Maybe she changes things up. Maybe she wears more mascara. Women never change their look for no reason, guys. They never lose weight. It's so funny when women say, well, I'm losing weight. I'm doing this for me. No, bitch. You are doing it to increase the number of dicks thrown in your direction. And listen, to keep it real, guys, guess what? I do the same thing. I tell people all the time, I don't lift for my health. I don't stay fit for my health. I lift so that my girl stays attracted to me. I stay fit so that my girl still wants me to fuck her. This is why I do this. Oh my God, Donovan, you're so shallow. That's why we all work out. We all work out to get laid. If there were no such thing as sex, guys, I'd be 700 pounds. I'd be on TV, my 600-pound life. Pay attention, gentlemen. Watch her make, and again, you have to pay attention. Watch her makeup pattern. Watch her makeup patterns. If all of a sudden she changes lipstick, if she's putting on heavier mascara, if she's trying to change things up, if she smells different, if you see that if you smell that she's wearing a different perfume, maybe now she's wearing different earrings, right? Dangly earrings draw attention to her face. She either wants to or is fucking her boss or her coworkers. Always keep an eye on that stuff. Number 2. This one's obvious. But again, you got to pay attention. She starts showing more skin. I don't know what's going on with the temperature in here. When women ovulate, right, when they go through the ovulation cycle in their cycle, they show more skin. They show much more cleavage, right? Like studies show this stuff. When women are ovulating, they dress in a more provocative way. They do this to make themselves available for the taking. They're ovulating. They need their eggs to be fertilized. They are horny. They want to get fucked. This is just how it works. They do this, and women do this, and they don't even realize that they're doing it. Now, some of them do. Some of them, oh, look, I'm ovulating. That's why I'm horny. Let me dress like a slut so I can get laid. Those are sluts. Now, women who ovulate, right, they're very easy to spot if you're paying attention. They have flushed cheeks. They have the rosy cheeks, right? Because they almost have hot flashes, right? They're a little bit bloated around the face because of their rosy red cheeks. Their tits are a little bit bigger. Sometimes, and if your girl says, "Oh God, my tits are sore, but God, my boobs are big," she's ovulating. She wants the cock. When your woman wants to fuck a coworker or her boss, it is like she is in a constant state of ovulation. Shout out to Geppetto Man with the $2 super chat, says, especially if that lipstick goes bright red. Straight up. Going back to number one, Geppetto Man nails it on the head. If your woman starts wearing bright red lipstick to work, she wants somebody's dick. That is a 100% mathematical certainty. Again, when your woman wants to fuck her coworker, it's like she's in a constant state of ovulation. This is how it works, guys. She'll wear shorter skirts, right? And if it's in the summertime, she'll wear shorter skirts with no slip, no pantyhose, right? And a lot of people think, well, what's the big deal? No, man. When a woman wants dick, she doesn't wear pantyhose. She wants that vagina. Subconsciously, she wants that vagina available all the time, just in case. She'll show much more cleavage, lower cleavage. You can see more of her tits. She'll wear higher heels, guys. If your woman starts wearing higher heels to work, she is fucking somebody at work. She'll even spray perfume on her tits. When your woman starts showing more skin, when your woman starts looking better when she goes to work than what she looks like for you, she's either thinking about or is already fucking a coworker or her boss. This is easy math. Easy math. Looks like my Facebook feed is doesn't look like my Facebook feed is working right now. Having a little bit of trouble with it earlier. Looks like my Twitter feed is good to go. Yep, we got a few people on Twitter, so we're good to go there. 73 people watching on the main channel, 13 people watching on the backup channel. Let's head to number 3, and this is a slick one. She talks about a male coworker, right? And we would think, okay, well, she talks about her coworkers all the time, and every once in a while, she'll talk about a male coworker. Okay? Like, that's how that works. But at first, the guy she's fucking, she'll just mention him casually. Oh, we just hired this new guy, Kevin in sales. Or she'll just mention him in passing. Yeah, I started working with this guy, Kevin in sales. Whatever. She'll plant a seed here and there just to put him in your consciousness. And the reason they want to put him in the consciousness is so that when she starts doing things without your permission, oh, Kevin, I told you about him. Remember? That's the only reason she does it. She doesn't want you to know about him. The only reason why she wants you to know about him is so that she can say, well, I told you about him already. We've had this conversation before, which women think absolves them of any and all behavior with said coworker. She'll mention him periodically. Little by little, guys, if you pay attention, she starts to talk about him a little bit more. Now, here's the big one. And guys, if you haven't heard anything I've said, you need to listen now. Some women even overcompensate by talking shit about the man they want to fuck or that the man they are fucking. They'll say things like, oh, I can't stand him. Or if they work together on a project, oh, he is such an asshole. Or he doesn't say anything to me. Or, oh, he's so odd and creepy. She gives you all the reasons as to why she wouldn't fuck him. But trust and believe, she wants to fuck him. She's trying to throw you off the scent. And this is where women tell on themselves. They try to kill a fly with a sledgehammer. Pro game tip, guys. Pay attention. If your woman talks a lot of shit about a dude she knows, coworker or otherwise, she wants to fuck that dude. I will say it again. If your woman talks shit or talks badly about a male of any sort, she wants to fuck him. Every time. She thinks that by talking shit about him, that you won't suspect that she wants his cock. And most men wouldn't suspect a thing. They think to themselves, well, if she's fucking anybody, it definitely isn't Kevin in sales because she absolutely fucking hates him. Right? Nah, player. She's sucking Kevin's cock in the parking lot at lunch.
But Donovan, she said she hates him. She said he's an asshole who's selfish and only cares about himself.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin is running asshole game to perfection on your woman, and it has worked to perfection. On the outside, your woman hates Kevin, but deep down, she wants to fuck him. And guess what, guys? Office relationships are about as common as bad office coffee. If she talks shit, put it to you this way. If she talks about a specific coworker a lot, he's got her attention. If she talks shit about a specific coworker, he's got her panties. Number 4, more company outings. All of a sudden, your woman decides she wants to get chummy with her coworkers and go to happy hour twice a week after work. Oh, Donovan, I work long hours and, it's team building, right? So me and some of my team are going to go to TGI Fridays, have a couple drinks, right? No harm in that. I'll be back at 7, 8 o'clock, whatever. Now all of a sudden she's interested in going to company picnics, right? She's attending team building activities. She's going to lunch with her team. All of a sudden now she wants to go to lunch with everybody. And you want to know who's at every single one of these get-togethers without fail? That's right. That asshole Kevin, who acts like he's the greatest salesman who ever lived, objectifies every female in the office, and never makes another pot of coffee if he takes the last cup. Oh, that fucking dickhead. When your woman gets back, it's always, oh, and Kevin did this, and he said that, and I can't stand him. Then when you start talking shit about Kevin, now it's, well, he's not that bad. I mean, he is the number 1 salesman in the company, and he got a huge bonus last quarter. Again, gentlemen, it is patterns. If she attends company events, that's cause for concern from the jump, which means you probably shouldn't have made her your woman in the first place. But if she never went to these things in the first place and all of a sudden starts attending company events, she's definitely getting ready to cheat. Without fail. And number 5, more company travel. Gentlemen, any woman who leaves town regularly for work is a woman you cannot trust. Guys, I am here to tell you. Listen, when I was living in Las Vegas, I fucked scores of bitches who were in town on business. They'd be at the Caesar's Palace or the Bally's or Aria or wherever. And I just walk up and say hello. And 3 hours later, I'm getting my balls drained by a woman who's either married, has a boyfriend, or has both. They all have relationships. All of them. And guys, these bitches are easy fucking... If you're in Vegas, they're easy targets. All women who travel for business regularly cheat. There's no 2 ways about it, guys. They fuck their bosses, they fuck their coworkers, or they fuck douchebags like me who hang out at casinos after 5 o'clock waiting for the very first woman in a pantsuit who looks exhausted to take her seat at a bar and order a bourbon. Target identified. So if your woman travels for her job when you met her, keep her in the side chick, fuck buddy, friends with benefits category, etc. Basically anything but a main chick. But if your woman is all of a sudden getting opportunities to travel with her company, she's fucking her coworkers, guys. Like, bitch, you've been with the company for 6 years. Go back to episode 84. Why the wage gap should exist. Should exist. Bitch, you're always late. You miss at least 3 days a month because you're sick. And all of a sudden, the boss sees your potential and decides to give you an opportunity to play a bigger role in the company. Even though the only thing you can consistently do is file sexual harassment claims. Get the fuck out of here. If your woman all of a sudden starts going to conferences or traveling sales calls or proposals or anything that requires her to leave town overnight, she is fucking somebody at her office without fail. And by the time it dawns on you that she might be cheating on you and you ask her on your way back from picking her up at the airport yet again, by the way, babe, who else was coming on this trip? And by the way, it's Kevin from sales again. When you get home, she'll tell you that her career is taking off and that you're somehow holding her back. So she needs some space so that she can focus on her career and Kevin's nutsack. Nobody just all of a sudden starts traveling for work. Women who travel for work cheat on their husbands. Never fails. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp, like my Facebook page, TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. You can add me as well. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp. The Sharp Reality. No spaces, all one word is where you can find me on Instagram. You can find the TSR archive on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app on your mobile device, and of course right here on YouTube. For all things Donovan Sharp, go to donovansharp.com. There you will also find the TSR archive. Every episode from beginning, which includes Sharp Shorts, TSR Sports Talk, The Sharp Reality, and of course, all 198 editions of TSR Live. You can also access the columns I've written for Return of Kings, Negromatosphere.com, under the Articles tab. I've got well over 170 articles posted between the two sites since way back in 2013, so if you want a solid supplement to the show, be sure to check those out. Be sure to sign up. Be sure to sign up for the TSR newsletter to keep up with the show. Justice for All, watch that Black Power stuff, man. I don't do that. I don't know if you're joking or what, but I don't like that kind of stuff. The weekly newsletter will review the previous week's episodes, keep you updated on upcoming guests, projects, as well as future events. Just go to the bottom of my homepage, donovansharp.com, plug in your email address, and you're good to go. And don't worry, guys, we respect your privacy. We will never sell your information or spam you. Check Out the Towers is brought to you in part by 1821manmade.com. I'm on the air every day, guys, so my beard game has got to be on point. That's why I do not use any other products on my facial hair but the paste, the pomade, and the clay from 1821manmade.com. My beard has never looked better, it's never looked healthier, and it's never smelled as good. My girlfriend loves it, and so will yours. So go to 1821manmade.com for your best beard ever. 1821manmade.com. Don't take any wooden nickels. So let's go all the way to the top here. See what we've got going on. Jumpellis Meaty says, hey, from Sweden. Good to see you, man. Looks like we're getting a bigger audience these days. Got 87 people watching on the main channel, 19 on the backup channel. Good to see you guys in here all the way from Sweden. Rico Mac, appreciate the shout out love. V for Velian says that game was one of the best in Super Bowl history. Yeah, it was a good Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. Anti-Gravity 74 says amazing Eagle win. Dude, like, it's so funny. Like, we all know that this is Tom Brady, right? So we think to ourselves, the game is not over until that clock reads 000 and you have more points than the Patriots. I never relaxed for 1 second. I never said, oh my God, we won. No. Yes, they did. Malcolm Butler wrong. I don't know why. Who gives a shit? Ben Fast says the Vikings are cursed. The Eagles lose their MVP quarterback, then pull MVP performance from Foles out of their ass. That's how it works. Nigel Diggs says, enjoy the Super Bowl win. The Eagles might not get back. As a Ravens fan, they didn't get back since their victory 5 years ago. Enjoy every minute of this. Yeah, I agree. This may be the very last Super Bowl appearance that the Eagles have for a while. I doubt that very seriously. We are poised. Listen, anything could happen, right? Free agency, freak injuries. But you have to think of it this way. Like I said earlier in the show, we are set up for long-term success. The Eagles are probably, we probably have the best collection of talent in the league. Dude, guys, we sustained multiple injuries. We lost our Hall of Fame left tackle, our MVP quarterback. We lost Darren Sproles. Who the hell else did we? Dude, we lost Jordan Hicks. Oh my God, dude, we were riddled with injuries, and we still beat the mighty Patriots in Super Bowl 52. So yeah, I mean, listen, you don't take this for granted, but I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't the last we see of the Eagles. Maybe that's wishful thinking, maybe that's biased, but I mean, I fashioned myself a pretty knowledgeable sports fan, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if we pull out another one here in the next 2 or 3 years. We'll see. Velian says somebody possessed Foles. Yeah, that's funny. Frank Truth TV says, how many beers did you drink? I think I drank 3. 3 beers. 3. Frank Truth TV says the Patriots quarterback Tom Brady was injured. I don't care. Dude, our quarterback has a torn ACL. I do not feel sorry for Tom Brady. I don't give a shit. Frank Truth TV says they gave the Eagles a touchdown when the nigga fumbled. So, I don't care. Game's over. I don't give a fuck. Do not care. RT Clincy says Wentz tore the LCL and ACL the same way RG3 did. RG3 was never the same. Here's where you're wrong. RG3 was very slight of build. He was not built like a football player. RG3 was 6'1", 215. Carson Wentz is 6'5", 239, 240. He's a big, thick kid, right? Maybe he'll be the same, maybe he won't. But you want to know who else tore his ACL? Was Tom Brady in 2008. You guys remember that? After they lost the Super Bowl to the New York Giants, the very first game, Bernard Pollard hit Tom Brady low. Tom Brady tore his ACL, and Tom Brady was older than Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz is bigger and thicker than Tom Brady. Tom Brady did pretty well after that. Don't compare Carson Wentz to RG3. They are not the same player. Nice try, though. Appreciate that. Ricky Henderson says, Donovan, was this Andy Reid's team that won the Super Bowl? No. Dude, Andy Reid was fired, 5-6 years ago? His fingerprint is no longer on the Eagles. Good question. Like, John Gruden won Super Bowl 37 with Tony Dungy's team. Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl with Doug Peterson's team. His fingerprint is on this football team. Andy Reid left Philadelphia in 12, right? Chip Kelly was there 13, 14, and 15. And Doug Peterson's been there the last 2 years. Guys, this is Doug Peterson's team. Oh, Ricky Henderson said, I meant Chip Kelly. No, definitely didn't win it with Chip Kelly's team. Chip Kelly shipped out all of the players, man. And Howie Roseman, who then... See, here's what happened. Chip Kelly became the head coach, the GM, player personnel. Well, Howie Roseman essentially lost his job, right? Chip Kelly had all the personnel decisions. So Chip Kelly and his dumb ass... Chip Kelly was a very good coach. I liked him as a coach. Terrible GM. He shipped off Shady McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, didn't re-sign Jeremy Maclin. He literally shipped off all of our best talent. Like, that's what he did. Howie Roseman gets the job back, and he manages to get Alshon Jeffrey, Jay Ajayi. Oh, my God. Dude, drafted Corey Clement. LeGarrette Blount. Torrey Smith. Fleeced the fucking Cleveland Browns to get Carson Wentz. Yeah. Not Chip Kelly's team. Not a chance. Ben Fast makes a good point. He says the AFC is hella easy, though. He says the Pats are favorites again. Maybe. I don't know. No. The AFC is not hella easy. I don't think so. The AFC is not the NFC, for sure. But... dude, you've still got the Pittsburgh Steelers and you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, let's not forget that the Jaguars still have the best defense in the league. Big Ben is still in Pittsburgh, right? So it's not like the AFC is... Listen, Tom Brady got lucky to play the Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs. And that's not his fault, but a lot of dynasties come with good fortune. This is what happens. Brady got lucky. He had to beat 3 quarterbacks to win his 6th Super Bowl. He had to beat Marcus Mariota, Blake Bortles, and Nick Foles. He couldn't do it. If he had to play Big Ben, I think it would have been a different story. I like the observation, but I don't think the AFC is... The AFC is not the NFC, but it's never easy. It wasn't easy to beat the Jaguars, that's for sure. Kevin Red Bear Addison says, tiny white guys and one polar bear. You like that? T. Santana says, hey, Donovan. I'm glad the Eagles won and the Patriots lost for sure. Absolutely. Hanzo Mishima says, happy for the Eagles, but the NFL will have their number next year. You're probably right. The Eagles went 13-3. We will probably go 11-5, maybe even 10-6. Because again, Carson Wentz is coming back. Eventually, he's going to be fully healthy. It's going to take some time. Number one. Number two, we now have a first place schedule. You guys got to remember, we finished, I think, in last place or third place in the NFC East 2 seasons ago. We got that third place schedule. It's not going to be, we are playing the first place schedule. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. The Eagles aren't going to sneak up on anybody next year. Kamasi Hayes says, what's up, Donovan? I found your stuff on Negro Manosphere. Read your entire discography on there. Instant fan. This is my first time catching you live. Greetings from South Georgia. Good to see you in here. I'm always afraid to talk sports on my show because I got a couple of complaints when I was doing it regularly. But you guys seem to not mind it. Ricky Anderson says, "Hey Donovan, Philly sports trivia. What team won the most championships in the history of Philadelphia professional sports?" That is a good one. I'm gonna go with the Sixers. Tell me if I'm right later on. Jeremy Yasnos, good to see you. Another new face. Big Brother in Life says, "Yeah, the boss man is dicking her down." The boss man is always dicking her down. Straight up. Wow, RT Clancy says that Tom Brady was hit on his first 7 passes. That's enough to make anyone uncomfortable. V. Fravellian says, "I'm going to assume that perfume is in this as well." If I'm wrong, no, you're right. If your woman, again, and if your woman makes any drastic changes in her appearance or her patterns as it pertains to work, she is looking to fuck somebody else. They never just do this for nothing. I'm showing more low cleavage for you, honey. Like I'm walking out of the house dressed like a slut so I can... No. You're doing that for Kevin in sales. You're doing that to fuck your boss. Anti-Gravity 74 says, "Are bosses and coworkers still fucking these office O's?" Yeah, dude. Of course. Yes, they are. Maybe that was a rhetorical question. Frank Truth TV says, "I kind of disagree. I think men work out for 3 reasons: strength and confidence, female attention, respect from other men." Those are 3 reasons men do work out, but the number 1 reason is what you listed at number 2. Female attention, dude. If we wanted, again, strength and confidence leads to female attention. Respect from other men leads to female attention. Like, I get what you're coming at, Frank Truth TV, and I know that you would like to think that men don't do things for pussy like women do things for dick. You're wrong, dude. Like, this is why men work out. If working out didn't get us more pussy, guess what? Men wouldn't work out. This is one of the very few things we have in common. The reason why men and women work out or stay fit is to increase their prospects with the opposite sex. This is who we are. I know you don't want to be similar to women in any way. This is one of our similarities, man. Just keeping it 100. Let's see what we got here. Frank Truth says, "Black bitches can't get rosy cheeks, but I'm not attracted to black women. Never have been." Fair enough. RT Clincy says, "I heard when they wear black lipstick, it means they suck a lot of dick." I've never heard that before, but I can only assume that you're probably right. Ben Fast says, "You must tell her stay in yo lane, a la LeVar Ball." Ricky Anderson says, "Black chicks are hot when they're in shape, especially..." Listen, for all of the things I talk about black women, body-wise, black women have unbelievable bodies. They've got the shapeliest legs. They've got the shape, and I'm not the shelf booty. I'm not a shelf booty nigga. I don't like my ass to be like 2 fucking watermelons. No, I like a shapely ass. It doesn't have to be huge. But figure-wise, dude, black women have banging bodies. They got big tits. They got a nice hourglass, like hip-to-waist ratio. They've got the shapely legs. Like, black women, body for body, have better... If black women stayed in shape, if black women and white women stayed in the same shape, like they all hit the gym, body for body, all things being equal, black women have more attractive bodies, more fuckable bodies than white girls. This is how it is. Yes, there are exceptions to the rule. Yes, there are... Listen, there are a lot of white girls out there with big tits who have nice asses. There are some black women out there who have flat tits and flat asses. But person for person, black women have more curves than white women. The disparity isn't wide, but it's there. Coach Greg Adams says, "No lie, my ex started leaving her wedding ring at home and saying it bothered her when she moved boxes. Shit went downhill fast. And I left her ass. Who did she move in with? A coworker." Unbelievable. Geppetto Man dropping some next level game on us. Says, "Work out just before you go to a party. Women seem to sense pumped up muscles." Yeah. Like they say, like before you go on a date, do like 50 push-ups so you look more jacked. Probably good advice. Appreciate the $5 super chat there, Drapedo Man. Freelance Ronan says, damn, Donovan, you were right. Even my mom and grandmother way back in the 80s used to say that about women who would not wear a slip under their dresses. Old school game indeed. Women who don't wear slips, women who don't wear pantyhose and wear dresses or skirts are sluts. Slut tell number 48. She doesn't wear pantyhose. Frank Truth TV says, women are weird, so weird and backwards. Yes, they are. Ben Fast says, hypergamy doesn't care about male rationality. Absolutely not. Anti-Gravity 74 loves the Beta Donovan voice. What are you talking about? Frank Truth says, I almost beat that nigga's ass. I didn't even want his girl. Damn. Check the Hope Facts. Check for that odometer rollback fraud. Straight up. So long to my Instagram audience. You guys are on fire. Charles Merchant says she cannot help talking about the guy she wants to fuck. Guys, women, again, we talk all the time about how could I not have known. Guys, if you have red pill awareness and you're paying attention, women will tell you when they are cheating. Charles Merchant said it best. Your woman cannot talk, she cannot help but talk about the guy she wants to fuck. She has to talk about him. He is in her consciousness. This is how it works. Totally agree with that. Good comment there, C-Merch from the 702. Love that. ETF 42's in the house. He retracted his message. Don't know why. He always drops wisdom in here. Benjamin D'Souza says target identified. Yep. Dude, listen, again, if you go to Vegas, just hang out at any fucking hotel bar, man. Wait for the first woman with a pantsuit and maybe a laptop, maybe an attaché bag or whatever. She sits down and orders a bourbon or whiskey. Dude, that's your target. You can ass fuck that bitch in 90 minutes or less, guys. I'm telling you. It's, dude, it's like fucking single moms. It's like fucking the like 22-year-old bitches from Denmark who came to Vegas for the nightlife. Easy targets. Easy targets. Whoa, Justice for All got his message deleted. Oh, never mind. By Charles Merchant. I actually read that a little earlier. You guys are really bringing the pain. Charles Merchant says, Donovan, my ex used to go to Dallas every July for a company trip. I definitely believe that somebody's cock was in her ass. Of course she was. Of course they were. Of course. Reese Bobby says, hey, Donovan, would you consider more 20-minute videos like your earlier content? Those seem easier for me to follow. No. For all of you guys out there who want shorter videos, guys, if you want shorter videos, then go somewhere else. I'm not doing short videos. My episodes last between 45 minutes to an hour, maybe longer, give or take. You all know Tuesday nights, bowling night here at the Towers. I'm not doing short videos because 5 of you guys want shorter videos. You want shorter videos, go somewhere else. I talk a lot. I have a lot to say. That's why people come. So no, I'm not going to change my format because you decide to, Reese Bobby. It's the first time I've ever seen you here in the Towers. Like, come on, get out of here with that. I mean, I appreciate your patronage and your support, but dude, don't tell me how to run my show. Justice for All wants to know what I think of the Super Bowl commercials. I didn't really pay attention to them. I don't know. I think T-Mobile had one feminist inspired. It doesn't matter where you're from. We're all created equal. No, guys. All men are not created equal. White men get more opportunities. White men are most women's type. Black men are bigger, faster, stronger. Asian people are smarter. They've got the highest IQs. I mean, dude, not all men are created equal, man. Reese Bobby points out correctly, many of the commercials seem to have a bunch of feminine liberal influence. Yes. Well, actually, most commercials, Super Bowl or not, yeah, that's what they are. Solo Rockin' says, love your content, Donovan. Good to see you in here. It's the first time I've seen you in here. RT Clincy says, the Saints will have to give Kamara the bag. Oh, dude, yeah. They're going to have to pay that dude. Alvin Kamara is like a faster LeGarrette Blount. Nobody ever tackles him the first time. The first dude to get his hands on him, or Marshawn Lynch, nobody ever tackles these guys the very first time. It's uncanny. For everyone, V Vervellian says, for everyone who's watched the Super Bowl last night, it's a tight end. That was funny. That was actually quite funny. So for the Sky Dragon says, do I hold counseling sessions on weekends? Sharp Assist correctly answers yes. I charge $60 an hour. Hit me on DonovanSharpROK@gmail.com and schedule your consult. Barry CEO says, the Eagles have a dynasty on their hands. Remember, the Eagles had a ton of key players out. I'm telling you. Oh, I was wrong. Ricky Henderson says, no, the Philadelphia A's have the most championships in Philly sports history. Wow. How about that? Ricky Henderson coming with the stumping. Dude, you can almost never get me on sports trivia because I know my shit, but that was a good one. That was a very good one. In 10, 11, 13, 29, and 30. All right, good. I like that. That was a good trivia question. I always like shit that makes me think. Oh, Reese Bobby says black chicks are hot when in shape. He disagrees. Yeah, they are, man. Black women have the genetic advantage. Like, they don't even have to work out that much, and they can be in shape. Nope. Reese Bobby again points out their fake hair kills it for me. Anti-Gravity 74 says, after hearing about your Vegas stories, I applied to a job and a master's program there. Enjoy the ride. Be careful. Oh my God, man. Like, Las Vegas is the best, worst place ever, man. For the first 6.5 years, it was awesome. The last year and a half, it was really awesome. It got out of control, man. I had to get out of there. I was spending way too much money, fucking way too many girls, and doing way too much blow. Like, dude, honestly, man, like, dude, you guys might all think, oh, it was all great. Guys, listen, you can only fuck so many strippers before you end up catching an STD, right? Like, I fucked a lot of strippers. I go, oh, Donovan fucked all these strippers. Oh, that's such a great life. Yes, it is a very good life. But I'm telling you, man, dude, I'm telling you, and there are multiple stories like this that I could tell you, but the one that I remember the most is me and my homeboy, we got drunk off of our asses and we did copious amounts of cocaine. I don't know when it happened or where it happened, but I completely blacked out. I ended up in some house in the Falcon Crest, Did not know where I was or what I was doing there, right? I don't know, 3 or 4 girls laying around. I go to take a piss, piss is going everywhere, which means not only did I fucked without a condom, right? Thankfully for me, my STD test came back negative, but dude, who knows? Maybe I fucking knocked up a stripper that night, right? Like, maybe I got a kid running around out there. Maybe she got an abortion. Guys, listen, and again, we can all sit here and think about, oh, the dude, where's my car? And, oh, we all want to go to Las Vegas and have a hangover scenario. Guys, it is not all it's cracked up to be, man. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying that on TV, everything always works out. It is, I'm telling you guys, and I'm being dead fucking serious. It is very scary to wake up in a house that you don't recognize. You've got 3 or 4 strippers laying on the floor. You don't know who fucked who, right? You're pissing all over the place because you raw dogged one of these bitches and you don't know where your car is. That could have been a very ugly situation. And that was what woke me up. I said, okay, it's time to get the fuck out of here. I love Las Vegas. You just got to watch yourself. Be very careful. AG74. Be very careful. Looks like Frank Truth TV disagrees, says black women having the best bodies is a myth. As a matter of fact, stats prove this. Most black women are overweight, obese, killed by heart conditions. Yeah, again, black women don't have the best bodies because they don't stay in shape. But I would contend that if they kept themselves in shape, yes, they have a very desirable figure. I mean, I would never know because I don't fuck black chicks anymore, but I don't know. Scream says, Donovan, my girl says I am very dominant, but that's a good thing. I was like, what the fuck? I guess you're doing something right. Gravity 74 says, damn, I need to be careful. I am prone to blackouts after drinking. Yeah. Yes. Justice for All says that. I'm telling you, guys, listen. In hindsight, yeah, like me and my friend Eric, we can laugh about it. Ha, 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 ha. But dude, shit could have gone sideways, man. Like, it was all good to be, it's great to be doing cocaine and fucking cocoa and midnight and whatever, Sweet Carol, whatever, Dakota, whatever the stripper name, doesn't matter, right? It's all fun and games, but if you get out of the situation clean. That could have gone sideways. Could you imagine the day I left for Reno, fucking Dakota knocking on my door? Yeah, Donovan, we got a problem. What problem? Yeah, I'm pregnant. It's not mine. Yeah, you fucked me without a... Oh, my fucking God, man. And to be honest with you, like, still in the back of my mind, that night is always in the back of my mind. Guys, that's not the first time something like that has happened. Like, I'm not trying to glorify this thing because it was great to be in Vegas and live that life. But if you get caught up in it like I did, man... Anyway, just be very careful. Shout out to Barry CEO with the $5 super chat. Says, shout out to Donovan. You are changing lives for the better with your content. I appreciate that. Well, let's get to the next and final part of the show. Just because she's hot doesn't necessarily mean she is attractive. So we see a girl and we want to fuck her, right? She's got long blonde hair. She's got tan skin. She's wearing a short skirt. Tits are hanging out, right? But she's probably not that pretty. Now, she's hot, right? But after you fuck her and you take a good long look at her, you think to yourself, I really wanted to fuck her, but now that I have, she's really not that attractive. You bring her around your homeboys, and one of them takes you aside and says, yo, Donovan, like, no offense, but she's really not that hot. I speak from personal experience. This actually happened to me. That's when I realized it. Just because a woman is hot does not necessarily mean she's attractive. Shout out to Lamont Davis with the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. You guys are very generous tonight. I greatly, greatly appreciate your donations. So, what we have to do, guys, we have to recognize what I like to call markers of availability and fuckability. In other words, things that women can do to make themselves more falsely attractive. And there are only a few of them. Cleavage is obviously one, right? You look at a girl's tits and you're enamored. Tan skin and blonde hair. Guys, you'd be surprised at the number of ugly bitches walking around Las Vegas with tan skin and blonde hair. Guys are steady looking at them. But you don't realize, God damn, she's ugly, but she's thin, she's got tan skin, she's got blonde hair. She looks like every other stripper, so she must be hot. No, not quite. Long legs make women look hot. High heels. And average to below average looking, you put high heels on a woman, it's almost like it shoots them 5 points up the look scale. It's unbelievable. Eye contact. When a woman makes eye contact with you, something about it just stupefies the male mind. Long hair. Femininity and attention. Flirtatiousness. Short dresses. Leggings that accentuate her curves. Dangly earrings. I'm a sucker for dangly earrings. Like, dude, it's like it's so funny. Like, I go after these girls with these markers and you don't realize that they're not that attractive until you come up out of your drunken haze or your cocaine fueled haze. Actually, I tell a lie. Every once in a while, a girl was attractive, but not as attractive as you thought. Now, here's the thing, guys. When we see these things, right? The cleavage, the tan skin, the blonde hair, the long legs, the heels, the eye contact, the dangly earrings, the whole package. The male mind only sees that. He only sees the markers of fuckability and attraction. It's almost like it bypasses the markers of true attraction, like facial symmetry, high cheekbones, hourglass figure, firm tits, shapely legs, flat stomach, etc. Men look for availability signs like what I just talked about. We look for these things when we're looking for a target. If a lot of these signs are checked off, we want to fuck her. That doesn't necessarily mean we want to wife her up. None of that. We just want to fuck her. But a lot of fuckable girls out here are not attractive at all. They're just not. And here's the thing, guys. Women know what makes men want to fuck them. And average to below average looking girls who pull all of this stuff together, they get offers by dudes from the truckload. Again, a woman says to herself, okay, I'm below average. So if I cake on the makeup, I show my tits, I dye my hair blonde, I tan my skin, I wear heels, I wear short dresses, I flirt, I wear dangly earrings, I'm going to get attention, and she does all the time, guys. Other women know why these below average girls get attention. They know she's not pretty, and they talk about it. I don't know why Becky is getting all these offers. I don't know why she's fucking all these niggas. She doesn't really look that good. But they know that the girl hits all the marks in terms of fuckability and availability. Guys, and listen, admittedly so, guys, I have fucked a shitload of sixes at call centers who knew how to do all of this shit. And looking back on their Facebook pages, I think to myself, holy shit, why did I fuck her? Easy. She showed low cleavage. She wore heels. She had long hair. She had the right makeup. She looked me in the eye. She had long hair and she had dangly earrings. Didn't matter how she looked. Her looks were of little consequence. Now, I'm not proud of it, but again, guys, the male mind can be fooled into thinking that a woman is beautiful and attractive. And women know this. So next time you see a girl with all of this stuff, take a closer look at her. Now, maybe you'll think, okay, she's really not that good looking. Like you figured it out. Okay, I want to fuck her, but she's really not that good looking. And at that point, you can either say, okay, well, look, I'm going to hold out. I'm going to hit on that hot waitress at the steakhouse at the Bellagio. Or you can just say, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't gotten any pussy in a week. I can just fuck her in the ass and not have to look at her in the face. Either way, at least you know what you're getting into, and you don't have to go through the embarrassment of bringing her around your homeboys and them saying, yo, Donovan, your girl doesn't look that good. That's happened to me more than once. If you have questions, comments, show ideas, personal stories you'd like to share, or if you see an article, a blog post here, a story, or anything else you think that would make a great show topic, send those in to donovansharp@gmail.com. Gentlemen, this Thursday, I will be dropping the latest episode of Donovan's Den. I am going to give you guys the financial spreadsheet that I use to keep my own finances in order. I have used this spreadsheet for years. It has worked wonders for me. I'm not Dave Ramsey. I'm not Suze Orman, right? But I'm not a millionaire either. It's easy to have good credit when you're a millionaire. Just don't fuck it up, right? But I'm going to give you guys the spreadsheet. I'm going to show you guys how to use it right there on the screen, how to use the spreadsheet that I used to save my money. So that's on the next Donovan's Den. Of course, I've added my banned from YouTube series, Does Size Matter? The Cougar Myth, Why Women Need to Be Trained Like Dogs, the episode that got me banned for 90 days. I'm not going to say it on the air. I also added episode 195. Pardon me. I also added episode 195, 2 very important lessons black women could learn from white girls. Didn't want to take a chance on that getting flagged. Left it up for 48 hours. Took it off. Put it on Patreon. I put that right on Patreon. $5 a month on Patreon. You can support the towers. So let's go back to the towers here. Geppetto Man says long legs are my favorite. I think my favorite feature on a woman. What is the best feature on a woman? Jesus Christ. It is definitely, like, my woman does not have to have big tits. Big tits are a plus, but you think about it this way. You'd rather have a girl with a nice ass and almost no tits than a girl with nice tits and no ass. No, dude, I don't care. You can have a couple of these things. If you have a great ass, I'm definitely fucking you. So I would probably say legs and ass are definitely my favorite feature. And again, don't mistake me. I'm not that nigga that says, listen, my girl got to have hella ass, kid. Like, she got to have an ass like a blue. No. I want you to have a nice, shapely ass. Ben Fast agrees. Great legs and a good butt. If you have a flat stomach, you have nice legs and a great ass, it doesn't matter what you look like. You can throw on makeup. You will be more attractive than most women out there. Totally agree. Blaster says, I wish I was you, Donovan. Well, I've never fucked Stormy Daniels, so that leaves a lot to be desired. Brandon Jones says, been following for a month, Donovan, like your stuff. Try to do a video of examples of women's rejection tests. That would be dope. I've actually done that. It's on Donovan's Den. It was actually a 2-part series on shit tests that women deploy when you are trying to hit on them. Those rejection tests are what we call shit tests in the manosphere. Subscribe to that on Patreon for just $5 a month. Okay, let's see. ETF42 says sex appeal and beauty are two very different things. I could not put it better myself. Sex appeal is very different from raw beauty. Sex appeal means that you have body parts that I like, that make me want to fuck you. Like, you could be a 5. If you have a great ass, I want to fuck you in the ass. You could be a 6. You could have firm tits. I want to fuck you. Like, sex appeal and beauty, absolutely two different things. Good comment there by ETF42. Ben Fast says makeup is the worst. Can make 5 seem like 8s, right? Lorenzo Davis says, did Philly fans act a fool after the win? Go to my Facebook page. You'll get your answer. Super Koku Jin 916 says the Butterface Chronicle. Ay. Gravity 74 says, love the honesty, Donovan. Look, man, I've always been open about my frailties. That's for sure. I don't hide anything from it. Lamont Davis says, went to the Philly Auto Show this weekend. I saw the black chick with the juiciest ass I've ever seen. That's black woman's best feature. Everything else sucks. Yeah, I don't like big juicy asses. I just don't, man. I just do not. Ricky Henderson says the best are Afro-Latinas. They have the black women's bodies with Latina sensuality, though Afro-Latinas tend to be self-hating Negroes. Yes. We call those Boniquas. And Boniquas are either very hot or really ugly. Let's see what else we got here. Lamont Davis says, why is it that 8s, 9s, and 10s are usually horrible at sucking dick? Or is it just me? Well, this is simple. 8s, 9s, and 10. And this, I mean, listen, I've done episodes on this before. Dude, 6s and 7s are much better in bed than 8s, 9s, and 10s. 8s, 9s, and 10s are not required to do really much of anything to elicit a favorable response from a man. They're 8s, 9s, and 10s. They have great bodies, pretty faces. They suck at sucking dick because they probably never really had to. Now, every 10 that I've ever fucked has sucked my dick. Like, dude, like, I'm not sticking my dick in you if I don't stick my cock in your mouth. But the 8s, 9s, and 10s that I have fucked, on average, don't really fuck as well as 6s or 7s. That's just how it is. 8s, 9s, and 10s, I'm not saying that they suck at sex. And dude, I fucked some 10s that are really good at sex, which means that they have fucked a lot of dudes. But the reason why 8s, 9s, and 10s, specifically 9s and 10s, are not as good in bed as 6s and 7s is because they don't have to be. 6s and 7s know they have to be good in bed because they're 6s and 7s. 9s and 10s know that they don't have to be that good in bed. They just have to be there. Good question. Justice for All says, can't wait to see that. Gotta manage my money. Yes. It's a very, very simple way. It's a very simple spreadsheet. I actually created it, years ago. When I started making a really good living down in Vegas, I said, it's time to bust out this spreadsheet. Ricky Henderson answered my question. 8s, 9s, and 10s never had a reason to develop exceptional fellatio skills, of course. Lamont Davis concurs. I've had the best head from 5s and 6s, of course. 5s and 6s have to suck dick. They have to be good at sucking dick. Otherwise, what are they good for? ETF42 says, fellas have to go to Rio. It is literally unbelievable. I've heard Brazilian chicks are fucking hot down there. Jesus Christ, curves for days. Ben Fast says, 9s and 10s got that Michael Vick syndrome, both sexuality and intelligence. Nah, I disagree with that. 9s and 10s have the Michael Vick syndrome in that Michael Vick never learned to read defenses because he never had to read defenses. 9s and 10s aren't useful. 9s and 10s are generally useless because they've never had to be useful. Michael Vick, no. Being sexy like that and having intelligence, no. There's no such. I have never met a 10 who is exceptionally intelligent. Not that she couldn't be, but she's never had to be. So I disagree with you on that, Ben Fast. Disagree with that. Lorenzo Davis says, like Halle Berry probably sucks in bed. Guys, maybe I'm the exception to the rule. I'm not trying to be that guy who says, oh, she's not that hot. Guys, Halle Berry, she's never done it for me. I don't know what the black male obsession is with Halle Berry. I'm not saying she's ugly. I just, she's not attractive to me. Like, dude, give me Kerry Washington, Megan Good, Paula Patton. Halle Berry looks like a white woman who happens to be black. There's nothing really special about her. Maybe it's because she's the first. I don't know. Let me look up pictures of her. Young Halle Berry. I don't know, man. Young Halle Berry. Every black man seems to just worship Halle Berry like she is the what? No. She's beautiful. I'm not going to, there's no, oh my God, who is that? Oh, Paula Patton. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what the obsession is with Halle Berry, man. I really don't think she's, I mean, she looks good. I'm not going to sit here and say she doesn't, but she is just not, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be a snob. I'm not trying to be that guy who thinks the one woman that everybody thinks is hot. I don't know, man. Like, to me, I don't know. She's never done it for me, like, ever. I don't know. I've heard she's fucking batshit crazy, though. I know that. Sierra's a good one. Sierra's hot. I'd fuck her. Kerry Washington, Megan Good. Hell yeah. Right. INIR2 says Halle Berry's a very plain Jane. She's very plain. I don't know what the obsession is, man. Okay, yes. Yeah, listen. She's overrated. That doesn't mean she's not pretty. Matt Saman says Kerry Washington married to a black guy but fucks a white guy on TV. Okay, that's stupid. She's an actress. That's what she does. And by the way, Kerry Washington is married to Nnamdi Asomugha, former cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Rosario Dawson, I don't know. Rosario is all right. Wait, hold on. Let me look up a picture. I haven't seen her in a while. Give me a second. Rosario Dawson. Seen her in a while. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she is. Yeah, Rosario Dawson, she's pretty. Like, yeah. She's I mean, listen, I'd fuck her, but she doesn't get me going like Paula fucking Patton. Hold on, let me look her up. Paula Patton, oh my God, dude. Like, Paula Patton is fucking gorgeous. Like, dude, she is the hottest black woman I have ever seen. And it's not even close. Not even close. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. My thanks goes to all my super chatters. I, of course, will be on the air tomorrow. Episode 200 is going to be this Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Go to donovansharp.com for all things Donovan Sharp. Talk to you guys in 23.